All right, y'all. We're gonna try this again. I played the other video back, and yeah, it played up until a certain thing, and then you're right. I mean, I don't know if it was repeating on your side because it stopped on mine. So that could be true. I mean, well, I know it was because you said it was. So that's the truth. Hey, y'all. We're not gonna let that stop us. We're not letting nothing stop us. Success is ours. We are not turning back no matter what. We ain't bothering nobody. We're not hurting nobody. We love everyone. You are invited, as they say here. That's what they say when if you come up on them and they're eating, they say you are invited. But I always we tell y'all, you're not really invited. It's just a polite thing to say. I'm eating and you have walked in, so you are invited. I'm sure if you said, okay, let me sit down, I'm sure they would share their meal with you. But you're not really invited. It's just a nice gesture, and I love it. But I use it for a lot of things. Like I use it like you're invited, like come in. You're invited, like I love everybody. Like you're invited. My sisters are always invited. I love y'all. I love you all so much. So thank you, Cynthia. Cynthia, you was the one that told me the video was repeating. So I appreciate you. And if it does it again, somebody let me know. But I thank you so very much. I know it's an odd time, like around 9:30. So you might be at work or doing something else. But I just wanted to, maybe you will listen to it on your headset. Maybe you'll catch it a little bit later. But yeah, if you get the other video, it's only 3 minutes. You can watch that one too. But it was just talking about how, these bendies are for not just us. Children will love them as well. And that if you think about getting some for your children, that'll be great. Today we are in the full moon cycle. And it's interesting that my bags are called moon cycle, African moon cycle, because it's made by African hands, constructed, constructed by African hands and conceived by African American, which is me, where everything is all African made products for this beautiful bag. There only be 10 of them made ever, ever, ever. So you have to get yours. I was talking about the idea that I think it would be nice to get a certificate of authenticity so that I'm able to, and then like put if this is bag 1, 2, 3, or 4. So not only do you know you have a bag, and it's a bag from Afrocentric Home Design by Lisa Marie, it's also a bag of a 10-piece collection or a 10 collection, only 10 bags ever made. So it's like your edition number 2 or 3 or 5 or 7 or 10. But I really thought about, when I was thinking about this bag, I really thought about it in a full moon form. So that's why it's the moon cycle, African moon cycle bag. And yeah, I love it so much. It's so beautiful. I try not to even show it too much here. But I went today to create to get ready to create my dust bag. I want to ask your opinion. We're going to do a poll. So I used to have these dust bags that were more like a off-white, beigey. I want to say it wasn't burlap, but it was a nice cotton, kind of a thicker cotton, and it was more beige. And then I had the stamp Afrocentric Home Design logo on one side, and then the stamp of the Cesavo Suban on the other side. If they don't have the Cesavo Suban silk screen, then I'll just do Afrocentric Home Design on both sides. Would you like a plain, like off-white, solid color dust bag, or would you like it to be a print, like a kente print, like, colorful, lots of pattern and fabric? Yeah, I'm going for, I'm going for, I've had both, and I think I prefer the plain one. It's just such a nice fabric, and it's very classy, and then the stamp is black with the logo on it. So I think I'm gonna go for that one. And then I was saying I'm making pouches for the jewelry has to go in the box. That's the other thing I gotta do today. So I'm gonna take a walk to town and I'm gonna go get me some jewelry boxes so I can see how nicely, because like this needs the long jewelry box. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna put the stuff in the boxes so that, the jewelry, so I can present them to you when you receive them. And then I want to also put them in a pouch, which is the Afrocentric Home Design pouch. it was this is like now, y'all. I'm remembering all the things that I did when I was doing this before. So yeah, things to make it special and beautiful. And I want to say thank you to the ladies that said they love my style, that I've always been Afrocentric, classically Afrocentric. I really that is this I don't know. That's dope. That's dope. Like, yeah, it's in my blood. I feel like it's really in my blood. And I am one of those people, I've been talking about Afrocentricity on YouTube for 17 years. I mean, I've been an Afrocentric woman for, I really realized before I even knew the term. I remember, I don't know if I knew the term before. Yeah, I remember I was at Mills College. It was a all women's college in Oakland, California. And I remember I was reading, my major was ethnic studies. And I remember I was reading, we were reading something in one of our courses, I think it was African American Studies. And we read that Molafi, no, Mulefi, maybe it's Mulefi, because if I think about it, Asante, he was, and I think he's still alive, I think I've seen him, a professor at Temple University in Pennsylvania. And he was the one that coined the term Afrocentricity. And lightly defined as Africa in the center. And so I don't know if that was in the 80s. I can't say. We could look it up. But I have been Afrocentric since I was, and the first time that I ever saw this book that my mom used to have in the house called The Black Book, or all the African women and men picture books. So I was young. I was 10. I mean, even Essence magazine, growing up as a kid, like all of that, Gil Noble, Like It Is, Eyes on the Prize. I mean, we were raised in that black Afrocentricity, like I said before, the term, and then of course when the term came. So I've always loved Afrocentricity. Like I said, when I was a kid, I used to dream that I was going to marry an Afrocentric man. When I was younger, I would say younger, maybe like more like a teen. We were gonna live in our Afrocentric house, and we were gonna have this Afrocentric marriage. And actually, that's exactly what happened when I did get married. It was all of that, and it was beautiful. Like I enjoyed a lot of aspects of that relationship because of the pride and the love that we had in Africa, but as African Americans. So more like the pride we had in Africa in America, and how we saw it. I love that. I love that. And I still, even though I'm in Africa, I still see it. I still see Afrocentricity. I still see Afrocentricity from an African American point of view. It's just that I have more access to be able to realize those visions now and be able to create and kind of put my contribution into the Afrocentric canon, if you will. That's what I feel like I'm doing and have always done. So I really appreciate the comments that I saw. I think it was on some videos on this channel about I've always had Afrocentric eye, you know, classically Afrocentric. That right there makes me feel like, yeah, you know what? I do in that I love it. That's all. If I'm good at it, I thank God, but I just love it so much. And I've never wavered from it, not because I can't or there's something I'm just stuck in that. If we don't, how do you begin to have culture, and how does something become a person's or a group of people's culture? It's by keeping it alive. It's by passing it down to the next generation. So in a sense, I have to continue. Although I mean, I want to. I'm naturally attracted. It's not a costume. It's not something that I wish I could be wearing other things. It's just it doesn't matter how far I think I'm gonna go, and I always come back to it. Right? It's always there for me. I think the love of it helped me to even manifest being in Africa and being in Ghana for 6 years, almost 6 years, and being with this cute little girl, and being in Ghana for almost 6 years as well. I think it was that vibration and that true love, of it. So, and now I get to put my, what do you say, my authentic style, authentic and natural style in the canon, like I said, of Afrocentricity. It's wonderful. It's like if you talk about manifestation, if you are it, you will receive it. There's no way. There's no way you're not going to get your equal. And I just want to say, I want to thank y'all for loving Afrocentricity so much. Afrocentric home design, Afrocentric home decor, Afrocentric home jewelry, like Afrocentric home everything, to be honest. Even you know. My hair's always been natural. I mean, when I was 20, I think the last perm I ever had, and it was probably I only had like 7 in my whole life. I'm sure. Like I was just not a big perm person. Well, I couldn't afford it growing up. We couldn't afford it, and then when I could afford it for myself, I didn't want to spend money on it. Um, but I think I'm 58, so I'm gonna say the last time I ever had a perm, and I was all in between mostly natural hairstyles. I think I was 25 years old when I said, and that was to me too old, when I said, oh, I'm cutting off the perm and we're never doing it again. And that was few and far between. So I like everything natural, you know. I mean, I'm not saying everything I have in my life is natural. I do try my best, but I like everything natural. Like I like natural stuff. I think natural hair is beautiful. Natural skin is beautiful. Natural fabrics, dyes, natural fibers, you know, because there's so many natural, like, that's why I love me like a basket, you know, made with the palm branches, or a fence made with the coconut branches, right, and the leaves, right? So yeah, it's beautiful. So many things. The ideas that I got for bags and the materials that I would like to use in them are endless, absolutely endless. I was saying in the other video too that stay tuned for Wednesday. Wednesday is the African Home Shopping Network, or I'm gonna say the African Shopping Network. We gotta change it up so we get no copyright stuff. And so stay tuned for that. It's going to be probably 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We can make it a little later. I'll make it your lunchtime. That'll be 4 p.m. That'll be a little too late here. But we'll get a time that we'll go and you can tune in so you won't miss it just in case YouTube doesn't give you a notification. I don't want you to miss it, okay? And but yeah, we're going to be selling the most beautiful things and the dresses. I call the dresses that I'll be selling on my website is the Esther dresses. They call the Esther dresses, period, because that's who makes them, and I'm the one that sells them. But they still become Afrocentric Home Design because I sell them, and she wants that. So yeah, but yeah, I was saying that happy full moon. I hope you're giving birth to something. And if you want to really give birth to something, this would be one of them. And also, y'all share the videos. So this way, if YouTube is not giving notifications, share the video so that your friends share it on Instagram. I have an Instagram, but I probably need to just go put this on my Instagram as well. I know. You know what? I think I'm gonna go live on Instagram. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go live on Instagram. Let me see if I can do it. I'm so awkward when it comes to it, but I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna do it now. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.